Welcome back. It is sunny all across middle Georgia, all in the upper 60s now. It's been a very, very pleasant day. It's going to be a pleasant week overall, of course. Yesterday was not great and Sunday was a little worse for some of us. But the good news is we're going to keep those severe weather chances to a minimum for the time being. And let's talk about some colder weather. We do have a frost advisory in effect just outside of the region. So nobody in middle Georgia is under this, but you do see Spalding County and Pike County are included in that into tomorrow morning. The darker blue further north. That is a freeze watch, if I'm not mistaken, possibly a freeze warning. So yeah, it's going to be getting cold tonight, and it's going to be the coldest night of the week. But we should keep it warm enough here in middle Georgia that nothing crop-wise gets affected. In terms of severe weather, of course, we did have a tornado that touched down Sunday evening. It was the eastern portion of Bibb County in the middle of some trees, and then it crossed over Highway 23, which is not too busily traveled of a road, not when you compare it to I-16 that is just over to the east here in Twiggs County. So if there's anywhere that was, decently populated, this tornado went, it was over I-16 where people may have been traveling. Spring break is this week for a lot of folk. Then we get one more decent road that it crosses. That's US Highway 80 to the south of Dry Branch before it ends up lifting further into the middle of Twiggs County. So a lot of trees that this went through. Definitely a good thing that, it didn't hit any major population centers. It was rated EF1 with max winds of 98 miles per hour. 45 degrees is our wake-up temperature today. 69 was our high for this afternoon. Both of those below the average for this time of year. We're going to keep it chilly through the remainder of the evening. If you are going out later, I would suggest an extra layer. We're expecting wind chills and actual temperatures that'll be low 40s into the start of your Wednesday. I wouldn't be shocked if our wind chills got a little below this 40-degree mark. That wind will be out of the north tonight at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. I do not think Macon will be the cold spot either. Forsyth, Eastman could be candidates there and could dip possibly into the upper 30s. But again, even if somewhere gets to the upper 30s, we are not worried about any, damage to crops or anything along those lines. It's just cold enough that you're going to need to make sure you've got a jacket out the door in the morning. We should push around 70 for the highs. Tomorrow there will be a little more cloud cover, particularly in the southeastern counties. Our Thursday should be a mostly sunny and warmer day, mid to upper 70s ahead of a cold front that'll bring some overnight rain chances into our Friday morning. That rain will all be gone for the most part by sunrise, although a couple of spotty showers could be possible in the northeastern counties during the afternoon. There will be no severe weather concerns for us here in middle Georgia with this, by the way. Moisture content just not going to rebound enough ahead of the system that came through Sunday and yesterday. So outside of the chilly start to tomorrow, it is going to be really nice weather for our Wednesday. Again, we do see a little bit of cloud cover in our eastern counties. This might be a little bit on the aggressive side, but in terms of the area, I do think the odds will be highest in these eastern counties. Then we get into tomorrow night, should be mostly clear out there, and temperatures here are a little conservative. I think we'll be more towards the mid 40s versus the upper 40s and low 50s, but we get into our Thursday and it'll be a warm one in the afternoon, mid to upper 70s, and you see how that rain is starting to creep in as we push into the summertime hours. So for tomorrow, we'll have a high of 70, which is probably still about 8 to 9 degrees below the average for this time of year. Wind will be out of the east-southeast at around 5 miles per hour, and we'll look at the rest in 10 seconds. Your 41 NBC AccuWeather 7-day forecast is brought to you by Volume Chevrolet. It is going to be warming more as we get into Thursday, but all these temperatures are below average until we get into early next week. So, of course, you do have Passover starting on Thursday if that is a holiday that you observe, and that'll be a pretty cool one, but we'll be back to the 80s on Monday.